Hello, take two. This is Anthony. So, I'm talking about the bells, the bowls, the joy that I've gotten out of just hearing the bells and hearing the noise of releasing the noise that's in my head or the voices that don't need to keep talking, the background people that are there that don't need to be there. We have these monkeys on our back all the time. Sometimes it feels like they won't shut up, but we're the only ones that can tell those dragons, monkeys, whatever you want to call them, to be quiet. Time out, right? Time out. Time to breathe. Time to remember that, it's okay to take a moment for yourself. It's okay to feel joyful and to feel connected to yourself and to other people and to the universe as a whole. You know, um, we've had these Tibetan bells, the bowls, the ancient chanting for thousands of years. And yet, sometimes we didn't know what the words were that they were saying, some of the chanting that they did or whatever, but we felt the vibration, the sound going through us. And that brings forth the energy and inspires us to create something, or to listen to the inside instead of the outside. It allows us to feel the inside of our body and to clear away the congestion that we feel, that we have to sometimes just move away because it blocks us. And sometimes that energy, that energy that I call bad energy or bad vibes, it can come from other people, but also it can come from ourselves, from our own negative thinking, our own voices that won't be quiet. But we also are the adult in the room, the parent in the room. We get to tell the voices, you don't have to do that anymore. I'm quite aware of this circumstance, and I don't need any outside people telling me what to do. So, in other words, go jump in the lake. Um, but so that is how we melt away the stress around us. We keep it away from us. We don't allow it to permeate. But it's the sound of the bell, the drum, that allows us to heal. It brings us back to our body. Why? Because it brings us back to the earth. Because they've measured the earth and the rattle and the drum, and they all have the same vibrational sound. So that's the other thing I wanted to talk about, is that vibration is the healing. I wanted to talk more about the science and of healing, but that's what it is. Vibration, sound, whether it's the musical notes put together, or it's just a bell ringing, or a rattle shaking, that sound is a vibration. And that vibration is what helps us to clear. And so the research is also showing that sound, music, the research is showing that these frequencies can reduce pain, promote relaxation, and help us feel less stressed. And why? Because they're doing research on it now, which they didn't do years ago. And so when all of these things were being said, since there was no research for it, people were not believing in it, and they were, poo-pooing it. But anyway, here's a really good example of this. They did a research study. This is through the National Institute of Health with a couple doctors, but they did it with Renee Flemming, who's a renowned soprano. So one of the things they did is we've discovered that they showed different regions of her brain that were more active when she was imagining singing than she was actually singing. So the image of her singing, or like knowing what the sounds are, or knowing how she's going to sing it, just seeing it in her mind, and singing in her mind, in her heart, visualizing it, the MRI was stronger than actually singing, because then they compared it to that. So I thought, and that goes back to everything that we know about, you know, affirmations and believing in something, believing in yourself, believing that if you if you make up your mind to do something or a goal, yes, it might be hard. Yes, it's difficult, but you can do it. It's about having hope. So to me, the studies that they are doing, with the ASMR and meditation and sound, they're all telling me the same thing. But I think it's important to talk about. I'm going to put some links in my video about this article, because I think it's really important for people to know that these are actually actual things being done, and I'm not just talking about the stuff. Um, Although I believe in it, you know, totally, because I've done it and I've lived it, and there's nothing like living it. So I'd like to just say thank you for listening. And if you got something out of my bell ringing today, out of my bell ringing video, give us a subscribe and let us know. And let me know. Thanks for listening. Have a great day.